And now we are ready to heat things up on Friday night footy on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Get ready for fireworks. There's Payne Haas driven back. Strong defence. Tui Kamikamica in there along with Jesse Bromwich. You don't often see that. It is an early kick for Selwyn Cobbo. He's got it. Up to the 40. Puts on a step. And he stays in the field of play.
Wow.
Just talk about a trick shot. Here goes Katoni Staggs. Goodness me.
What a play.
Jake Turpin, the dummy half. Flegler. Now Haas. Inside the Storm 30. Brisbane on the front foot early. Tamari Martin goes to Kurt Capewell. They're inside the 20 here, the Broncos. Last tackle. Reynolds kicks for, guess who? Cobbo can't get a catch on it, but David Nofaluma can. Great take.
Yeah, it was a great take by Nofaluma. Justin Olam did a great job just trying to shepherd Selwyn Cobbo off the ball, but what a start by the Broncos. A set play by Adam Reynolds looking for his man on that wing, Selwyn Cobbo. An early kick, play two. What a start to this match.
Yeah, it's a great piece of coaching. Kevin Walters has obviously spotted something in the video, and that was a really nice play.
We've got some wonderful matchups tonight. We'll talk about it in just a moment. The ball was about to reach Justin Olam. He's got David Nofaluma on his outside, and they're both up against Tony Staggs and Selwyn Cobbo. Olam playing it. Brandon Smith starting the game in jersey 14. Great pass there to Jerome Hughes. Stepping, jinking. Good run from Hughes. Quick play the ball as well. Brisbane on the back foot. Cameron Munster puts in a kick. Xavier Coates flies. It's batted dead.
Yeah, it was well done there, Cameron Munster. Big Nelson Asofa Solomona. He pushed Harry Grant out of the way and got to dummy half on the last tackle. Not ideal getting the big man in there, but Munster just summed up the situation beautifully. Xavier Coates up high, but well, it was Corey Oates. He won the play in the end.
Jonathan Thurston sideline for us this evening. JT, what about the atmosphere?
Oh, it is electric down here on the sideline. When Reynolds put that kick over, it was outstanding. It's great conditions down here, as you can see. Current temperature 18 degrees. There's a little bit of wind behind the Brisbane Broncos favouring them, but I tell you what, this atmosphere is outstanding as Capewell comes up with the ball.
A one-on-one steal from Kurt Capewell, then they've lied on him too young.
Well, I think they'll challenge, will they? Is that why Harry Grant stayed on? They don't want to waste it. No, he just had a conversation with Jerome Hughes and Jesse Bromwich. No, they don't want to waste it early. They thought there was two in the tackle there. It's close.
Oh, they haven't found touch here, Brisbane. It's all happening, and we've only had 3.5 minutes. What's the next 76.5 got in store for us? Xavier Coates playing it. Here's Tui Kamikamica. 22 away from Brisbane's line. Brisbane fired the first shot, and since then it's been all the Melbourne Storm. Bromwich playing it. Grant. Now Meany, long pass, Munster just stopped there, but now he thought about taking a greater advantage. He's been cleaned up by Deloise Hoyter in the end, finished off the tackle.
I don't think he was meant to get that one, Soldy.
Brandon Smith, oh, there's some contact. Jake Turpin on Brandon Smith. Last play here for the Storm. Jerome Hughes. Great little grubber kick into the goal area. Corey Oates, can they clean up? Batted back straight to Corey Oates. So they'll play the knock on here, and it'll be a dropout. This is extraordinary.
Oh, what a start to this game by both sides. High energy. And it was a lovely last play kick by the Storm. Kurt Capewell is a little bit tight to his ruck plays and just gave Jerome Hughes a nice little bit of space and Well, that was young Tonmapia. What's young Tonmapia here? He's horizontal. Oh, great play.
Now, we see one of those low dropouts that Adam Reynolds has been doing. No, not this time. He saw one go through the legs of Bradman Best last week and went into touch. Conventional dropout there from the Broncos skipper. And Tui Kamikamica has it now for Melbourne. Tangled up there with Ryan James, Jerome Hughes, Cameron Munster, Nick Meaney. Now Bromwich to Nofaluma. Flick pass to Olam. Watch out if he winds up inside the 20. Jordan Ricky doing well. 15 away here, the Storm. Harry Grant takes off, goes to Kenny Bromwich. Almost slipped through. They're just a couple of metres away here, Melbourne. Harry Grant. Now Cameron Munster throws a dummy. Defenders stayed alive. Grant. Kamikamica. Hughes. Nelson Asafa-Solomona on an edge. Young Tonmapia will get there. A patient build-up from the Storm. And young Tonmapia in his second game back in the NRL. Welcome back to first grade.
Yeah, referee checks with his linesman, and they both said try. Really good play by the Melbourne Storm. Just kept the ball alive. Some ineffective Brisbane defence, couldn't put anyone on the deck. And yeah, and this play here, once again, it's Munster who instigates the whole thing by drawing in 3 players and offloading, and then it's pretty simple from there. That's a great ball as well, and Tonmapia just gunned it for the line. Great first try to the Melbourne Storm on the Harvey Norman replay.
It was a great try. Well, Munster, he started it way in field when he took that ball into several defenders. But young Tonmapia just making his way back into the Storm lineup. He can shout Big Nelson Asafa-Solomona a coffee tomorrow. He put that one on a platter for him. Well done.
Young Tonmapia, second try of the season, his second game back in the NRL after his hiatus from the game. And Cam Nelson Asafa-Solomona playing on an edge once again tonight.
Yeah, well, it worked beautifully for them last week when they matched him up against Viliami Kikau. And when you've got the biggest man in the game playing out wide against smaller men, he's always going to cause some grief, and that time he did. He drew in defenders. He's always going to attract 2 and 3 defenders, which is going to allow space for someone else, and that time it was young Tonmapia.
Nick Meaney looking to convert the young Tonmapia try. He struck it magnificently. This game is under 8 minutes old, and we've already produced enough highlights that any regular match would have. It's just an extraordinary start to the game. And now the Melbourne Storm with the opening try of the game to young Tonmapia. Oh, there's some solid contact from Payne Haas and Tom Flegler on Kenny Bromwich. Hughes. Nelson Asafa-Solomona. Tackled by Ryan James. Ezra Mam there as well. Harry Grant takes off. That's a good run from Harry Grant.
And there's another reason why they got Big Nelson on an edge, is to provide quick play of the balls. Late defenders coming out. Harry Grant. It's a good little dart from dummy half.
Tui Kamikamica on the last, playing it for the Melbourne Storm. Back to that man we were just talking about, Harry Grant. Cameron Munster puts up a kick. Oh, this lack of communication there at the back. Nick Meaney was putting pressure on Selwyn Cobbo, who took it comfortably in the end. Corey Oates. Ryan James there on screen. Incidentally, Ryan James, one of only 4 players in this Broncos lineup who's tasted a victory over the Melbourne Storm as Brisbane get a penalty.
Yeah, he may have got a couple of wins in a Titans jersey, Salty.
So Corey Oates has had a win, along with Ryan James, Kurt Capewell and Adam Reynolds. Corey Oates is the only one that's had one in a Broncos jersey. Payne Haas receiving the ball from Ezra Mann, tackled by Tui Kamikamica. Jesse Bromwich there as well. Jake Turpin, the dummy half. James to Flegler. Bit of footwork there from Flegler. Makes an extra 3 or 4 metres. Still fighting in the tackle. He stands in the tackle and will play the ball. Turpin. Now Ricky. Runs it Munster. He's tackled by Munster, Meaney and Bromwich. 20 metres away from the line. James. Reynolds. Delwees Hoyter does well in the end. Finds Corey Oates, who's tackled 20 metres away. Payne Haas. 12 away. Chance for an attacking kick here for Brisbane. Can they hit back? Ryan James, Adam Reynolds. They're putting it through the hands to Murray Martin. Katoni Staggs gets it to Cobbo, goes into touch. Well done, the Storm, defended well. It just all came unstuck in the last moment.
Well, I think Staggs just had to grab and give, but he hung on to it just for an extra second or two. Not sure why. There, pass it. Maybe he felt that the winger, Nofaluma, maybe could have got an intercept, but early ball was required.
Yeah, well, Nofaluma, he was backing away a little bit. And just he put Katoni Staggs in 2 minds, but I agree. If you give the early ball there to Cobbo, I think Cobbo finishes in the corner.
Justin Olam as the Melbourne Storm coming out of their own ends, and they're shifting it as well. Young Tonamapia has Xavier Coates on his outside, finds him. And Corey Oates and Kurt Capewell wrap up the former Bronco. Jerome Hughes, Jesse Bromwich. Oh, there's a flip pass from Nelson. Oh! In trying to keep it in play, Xavier Coates has gifted a try to Kurt Capewell. It was wrapped up with a bow on it, and Brisbane get 4 points.
I've never, ever seen a try like that. It's unbelievable. The last pass, I mean...
Well, Kurt Capewell and Xavier Coates, now they're teammates. They've been teammates. Harvey Norman replay. Just watch this play. It broke down a little bit. Nelson Asofa Solomon, he just needs to take the tackle there, but he tries a flick pass, and I'm sure he's been given a call from his Origin teammate in Kurt Capewell. He's just called out X. I'm here, X. Pass it here. And he does. Xavier Coates onto the chest.
And a beautiful pass.
Capewell. It was a lovely pass. hit him right on the sponsor, where you've got to try and hit all your teammates, but that was a Broncos jersey. The Broncos are back.
I've got to ask, what was Nelson thinking? You've played with him. That's unlike him, but you're 30 metres out from your own try line, and you're throwing a stupid pass like that.
No, well, he's just got a little bit overexcited there, Big Nelson. I think they just got a little bit excited as a team here. There's just a little bit of uncertainty what was happening. Jesse Bromwich offload, and then Nelson's just tried to get a little bit too fancy or a little bit too cute. And when that happens, it all goes downhill.
Adam Reynolds converts the try. We're all locked up. See his face? He absolutely fell for it. No, Xavier, yeah. Six points all. Well, if we hadn't seen it all in the opening few minutes, then we have now after that try. Down to you, JT.
Yeah, the Brisbane Broncos haven't beaten the Melbourne Storm here since 2009. So when you get a try like that, you take it. A good state back by the Broncos.
Here's Brisbane now through Flegler. Strong start to the game. Paul, I know you're a fan of Tom Flegler.
No, the last
start.
few weeks, he's been really impressive, Thomas Flegler. He's making the number 8 jumper his own. He's going good.
8 short of the halfway line here, Brisbane. Thought about a pass there, Flegler, and he reaches halfway. Last play. Adam Reynolds puts up a kick. Munster takes it on the full. Dummy to Olam. Nowhere to go there for Cameron Munster. Katoni Staggs and Jordan Ricky wrap him up. Lack of communication there too. Looked like Justin Olam had just overran the dummy half. Now he gets it. Oh!
Flegler.
He's in everything at the moment. Kamikamica. Tackled by Haas and Capewell. Melbourne on their own 30. No offload there from Jesse Bromwich. Last play here for the Storm. They're going to have to kick from inside their own 40. Jerome Hughes puts it downfield. Corey Oates is back there for Brisbane. Takes it well. Down to you, JT.
Yeah, the Brisbane Broncos have made it very clear that they're going to attack to the right-hand side of the Melbourne Storm and target Nelson Asofa Solomona. He normally plays in the middle of the field, playing on an edge. They're going to test his lateral movement. As you can see, they come to the right side and set to shift to east side, so they're making their intentions very clear.
Reynolds to dummy half. Payne Haas straight up the middle. Good tackle down low. Brandon Smith over the top. Harry Grant. Last play. Reynolds inside pass to Murray Martin. Can he get an offload away? He'll be caught with the ball. It'll be a turnover.
Yeah, it looked a little bit dangerous there for the Melbourne Storm, but it was Kenny Bromwich. He was chasing from marker as well done there to shut down that play. Tamari Martin backing up on the inside of Adam Reynolds.
There's a nice play running on the last tackle. I mean, they still got caught only 15 metres out from the Brisbane line. Good place to finish a set, but they nearly had a chance to score.
Justin Olam playing it. Melbourne now coming out of their own end. And they'll get a penalty as well. Midway through the tackle count. It's the hand on the ball.
Yeah, it was Payne Haas. They just can't afford to invite Melbourne into their own half, the Brisbane Broncos. Giving away cheap penalties like that won't impress Kevin Walters at all, but we know how good Melbourne are from these set starts.
And it's a place they love attacking from around the 30. Now they're 22 away through Kenny Bromwich. Playing the ball, Brandon Smith. Oh, what about that? Just bumps away again, gets a pass away to Meaney. He's like a pinball. Harry Grant, Brandon Smith, and Jerome Hughes puts it down. And Selwyn Cobbo has it for Brisbane.
He's been a live wire, hasn't he, Brandon Smith? He must be so hard to tackle. He runs low to the ground, low gravity, and he loves bumping off players. And the harder players try to tackle him, he loves that. He wants you to do that so he can bump off and make more ground. But it was a ill-conceived pass, that one.
As Brisbane feed the scrum, NRL's free-to-play game Pick'em is back. Just pick the winning margin from 4 selected matches to win a share of the $100,000 weekly prize. Head to nrl.com/pick'em now. Jake Turpin, a dummy half. Billy Walters, by the way, on the bench tonight for Brisbane, as is Kobe Hetherington. Both originally earlier in the week from Kevin Walters' name to start. Reynolds. Oh, shot from Justin Olam on Jordan Ricky.
Ah, it's an Olam special.
Wow, and you heard it too at home in the effects mic. Oh, goodness me. Ouch.
That was an old-fashioned hospital pass from Adam Reynolds, wasn't it?
Oh. Still feeling that one. Kenny Bromwich, Melbourne on the front foot. Olam, Nofaluma. Cuts back. Brisbane's defenders are there. Katoni Staggs, Jake Turpin and Adam Reynolds. They're 10 away here, Melbourne. Grant to Smith. And Munster to Hughes. The big guns all linking up. Meaney goes in behind Tonamapea.
He was touched by Broncos.
Yeah, full set of 6 now here for the Melbourne Storm. Nelson Asafa-Solomona looking to wind up. Big Nelson! Is he there? No, he's short. He's a metre out. Nearly getting there, Nelson Asafa-Solomona. Now, Harry Grant. Jerome Hughes. Nick Meaney, big backline here to the left. It's with Kenny Bromwich. Bromwich is tackled. That's a great tackle there from Katoni Staggs. Nofaluma cuts out Olam, goes to Munster. Munster to Grant. Now Bromwich. He's tackled, 10 away from the line. Melbourne knocking on the door again. Brandon Smith, hard to stop from there. Brandon Smith. Kurt Capel doing well down low. Harry Grant goes to Tui Kamikamica. And it opened up for the big Fijian. And Melbourne reclaim the lead.
Yeah, that's a Melbourne Storm special, that one. They love that little play. Man in the box here did that 1,000 times throughout his career. A little dash from dummy half. On the Harvey Norman replay. Look at that. That started it all. Right in the guts he got him. And the ball came loose. And they kept playing, and this is a pretty simple play, and it's a short look at that. That's really ordinary Brisbane defence, I've got to say, but well done to the Storm.
Yeah, they caught Ryan James out there defending in the middle of attackers. He was defending thin air really, and he just had a swipe at the ball to try and knock that pass down, but Harry Grant was too good to give that man there, Tui Kamikamica, a 4-pointer.
Well, he saw it, didn't he? Just saw the fresh air there. And big Tui went, oh, look at that. And virtually fell over the line.
Yeah, you see there Ryan James with his right arm just trying to swipe that ball down. He was not in great position at all to make a tackle. He's probably watching in towards the ruck the whole time without knowing who was in front of him. Big Tui. It's a good try for the Storm, though.
Nick Meaney looking to convert. Make it a 6-point lead for the Storm again. Should have no problem from there. It's there. Tui Kamikamica. You've seen his development. Cameron Big Tui, he spent a lot of time playing for the Sunshine Coast Falcons here in Queensland, and he's made every post a winner, hasn't he, playing for the Storm?
He has, absolutely. And only thinking back a couple of seasons ago in 2020, he had a severe back injury. He was laid up in bed for about 8 weeks. Couldn't move, couldn't walk after having surgery to try and mend that injury, and it's great to see the big man back out there playing well.
I think Brandon Smith acted as his personal servant, didn't he, during that time?
Yeah, I think he delivered a few meals to him. I think he may have eaten half of it on the way there.
There's Brandon Smith fighting in the tackle again. What a competitor he is. Harry Grant takes off at the back of it. Well, they're rolling now, Melbourne, in the Brisbane territory. Now, Cameron Munster. Last play. Grant to Hughes. Kicks for Xavier Coates. Corey Oates underneath it. It's Oates and Coates. And the Storm have got it, but Ezra Mam has got it. It's a knock-on surely from Brisbane, and it is.
Melbourne backwards, and then they knock on Ezra on the ground.
Yeah, Melbourne backwards, Ezra. And then Ezra on the ground.
Yeah, we're going to see a challenge here from Brisbane.
Okay, Jerry. Captain's challenge from Brisbane. They're challenging the decision of knock-on from Ezra on the ground. On last tackle.
Well, you thought for sure, Salty, that you've seen a Broncos knock on.
I thought it might have been from Corey Oates initially, but he might not have got a touch. We'll have a look here, Cam and Paul.
Okay, we've cleared the onside from the kick. The ball touches Corey Oates' left arm and goes forward. It's then regathered by Melbourne.
Now that ball come out of...
And then Brisbane comes up with possession. There's a knock-on from Corey Oates. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Okay, Melbourne.
That ball come out of Xavier Coates' arms, though, into Corey Oates'
Melbourne
arm.
scrum. Challenge
So
unsuccessful.
did they check that or no?
He's called it a Brisbane knock-on straight away. He reckons it hit Corey's arm first. I'm with you. I doubt it.
What it does do, it delivers Melbourne Storm a scrum feed, 10 metres out, centre of the ground. Jerome Hughes with ball in hand. Harry Grant's at the back of the scrum. He's been talking to Nick Meaney. Are they going to go that way or go back the other side to Cameron Munster? No, Meaney switches from the left to the right. Oh, and he's smashed. That is a good tackle from Jake Turpin. Tui Kamikamitha now looking for a double. 4 metres away here, Melbourne. And make it just a couple of metres, in fact. Bromwich thought about a pass. Now he does pass. Here's Kenny Bromwich. Harry Grant. Justin Olam. Almost snuck through. Tamari Martin there to help out Jordan Ricky. Grant, long pass. Hughes. Smith. Munster. He bumps away from some tacklers. Goes to Kenny Bromwich. Adam Reynolds doing well down low. Jordan Ricky over the top for Brisbane. Still Melbourne asking questions. Justin Olam throws it out the back. It's been picked up by David Nofaluma. And that will be a Melbourne Storm try in the corner.
Well, it's more genius from Cameron Munster. Whenever he gets the ball, there's something going to happen. You just know it. And he's produced again, and then it's the strength of Olam. My word, he's a tough player. And on the Harvey Norman replay, Cameron holds it up, dummies, then throws it, and then it's a flick back from Olam. And David Nofaluma, he must pinch himself. Honestly. I'm not putting the West Tigers down, but here he is now. He's transferred to a team that is going to be in the Premiership right up to their eyeballs. JT?
Yeah, it's great work by Cameron Munster. He doubled up on that play. He come across and hit Kenny Bromwich, which created the quick play of the ball, and he went the short side and hit Justin Olam. So for the Broncos, they got a little bit of luck here. The Melbourne Storm comes off Selwyn Cobbo's hand and Nofaluma scores, but for the Broncos, they just need to stay in the fight. They've had a bit of unfortunate events go against them at the moment, but they're right in this.
And David Nofaluma, 97 tries in his career. He's 3 weeks away from playing in his first final series. Here's another look at that try, Cam.
Yeah, just what JT was talking about, the work from Munster doubling up. That previous play, as we see Justin Olam get that little offload away to Nofaluma. The thing that the Broncos need to do with Cameron Munster, someone needs to go out and put pressure on him and just take his time and space away, make him pass the ball to someone else. He's the most dangerous ball carrier in this lineup of the Melbourne Storm. So they can't ball watch on this man.
Nick Meaney, a tough assignment, a metre in from touch. And, oh, he's got it on a string. Back-to-back tries from the Melbourne Storm. Oh. Nearly a drop there, but he had it under control there, Cameron. Bromwich playing it on his own 20. Here's Kenny Bromwich. And there he is, Cameron Munster. He is just on another level at the moment as far as his game is concerned. Have you seen him play better, Ken?
Yeah, well,
tough question, I know.
Yeah, well, that season I spoke about earlier, that 2016 season, I thought he was tremendous. He would have been in the top, 2 or 3 fullbacks in the competition that year. And he's had some pretty good years after that as well.
Hasn't he ever? One of the leading players in our great game. Jerome Hughes, another kick. Corey Oates flies high, takes that one comfortably. Young Tonamapia takes him. Deloise Hoyter. 3 Storm players there on him. Corey Oates. Tough yards now for Brisbane, still on their 20. Corey Jensen's on the field now for the Broncos. He picks up 10 metres with his first carry of the night. Oh, and there's a break that's been made by Kobe Hetherington. He finds Tamari Martin looking for support. Jake Turpin's got it. And Jake Turpin will be tackled 15 away from the Storm line. Brisbane on the front foot, but it is the last. Ezra Mann from one side to the other. Adam Reynolds puts in a rubber kick. He's been taken out. This will be a penalty and could be a little bit more.
It's a bin job for sure. Professional foul. Although he hasn't called him out yet.
I reckon the bunker will be looking at this. They're looking at everyone in the stand. They got the 10 fingers up. It's Kenny Bromwich. Oh, look, well, it's high, but there's no force in it. It looks spectacular. There's no force. It's a bit of a jersey sling in the end, but
no, it's play on.
Oh,
good work,
wow.
Ref.
Okay.
So 13 on 13 it remains, but it is a penalty to Brisbane. A little momentum swing just when the Broncos need it. Jordan Ricky tackled a couple of metres away from the line. Turpin. Now Jensen to Hetherington. Good tackle there. Grant and Smith. Eisenhout there as well. Turpin to Payne Haas. Shrugging away from defenders. Payne looking to wind up, but he's gone sideways and he's going to be tackled. Josh King on the field now too for Melbourne in game 100 for him. Corey Jensen's tackled 5 away from the line. 2 tackles left in this set for Brisbane. Can they crack this Melbourne defence? Man! Ezra Mann! Oh, he lost it.
Wow, he was dangerous, isn't he? That was fleet of foot, little step, and away he went. Unfortunately, dropped it through the hole, and as he hit the deck,
inside the last 10 minutes of what has been an enthralling first half here at Suncorp, Cam.
Yeah, we just look at those last two incisive runs by the Broncos. It was Kobe Hetherington and then Ezra Mam, and what they did was they just picked a hole and ran hard and fast into it. That's what the Broncos need to do, get some numbers around the football. And when they see some space between these Storm defenders, just pin the ears.
Nofaluma looking for an opportunity there, a gap in the Broncos' defence. It wasn't there. Josh King. Well done to him, and 100 NRL games. Here's a 40-20 attempt from Harry Grant. He's got it, has he? No. Corey Oates does really well. Outstanding, but can Tamari Martin get in the field of play? He does.
Well done, Corey Oates. That was across the sideline when he hit that back in.
Down to you, JT.
Yeah, the Broncos had a great chance attacking earlier, but they come up with another error. That was their 7th error of the half. So, and 4 of those have been coming out of trouble. So if they're going to get back in the game, they need to cut out their errors.
Billy Walters on the field, goes to Corey Jensen. There's a good hit up again from Jensen. Needed it late in the set. Reynolds on the bounce. Cameron Munster. What will he try from the back? Tackled on his own 30. Meany goes to dummy half. Justin Olam awaits. And he's tackled by Hetherington and Jensen. Nofaluma. Billy Walters and Kurt Capel in the tackle there for Brisbane. Harry Grant to dummy half. Nelson to stop the Solomona. Good tackle there, Ezra Mam. On the much bigger man, he did well. Jerome Hughes letting some runners go. Here's Nick Meany. It's Tony Staggs with a tackle. Good defensive set for Brisbane. Munster now on the last. Thinks that one over the top. Tamari Martin has it now for Brisbane. He thought about a pass there for a moment to Selwyn Cobbo, but the Storm chasers were flying through. Cobbo. He's tackled there by 2 Storm defenders, Josh King and Harry Grant. Kurt Capel now. And a penalty coming, holding on too long.
Yeah, Big Nelson, he just had one too many goes at Kurt Capel when he's on the ground. He just held him down a little bit too long there. Todd Smith just saying, no, we won't have any of that as a penalty of the Broncos. Now, they just got to get their organisation done a little bit quicker here now that they're in the Storm's half. Only 6 points scored, and that was a gift from Xavier Coates. So, see what the Broncos can construct in this set of 6.
Corey Jensen playing it. Here's Payne Haas. They go inside the Broncos, the Storm 30, the Broncos. Payne will play it. Adam Reynolds throwing dummies. Tamari Martin, Selwyn Cobbo puts a grubber kick. Cameron Munster there. Did Cobbo get there? And it was stacks on everywhere for a moment.
There's a bit to look at here.
There is a lot to look at.
We have no try. Just confirm a knock-on from Brisbane in a 10-minute.
What do you think happened here, Fatty?
Todd, the ref's calling a no try. Well, I think Cobbo nearly got to the ball. It was a nice little kick, but I think he's got to it, but he's knocked it on, according to the referee. Gets down to it first.
Players are competing for the
ball.
And the ball is knocked on by Brisbane.
Knock on.
That was close.
No force on the ball there.
Yeah, we'll be, mate.
But when they've come down this side, the Bronx, they've looked really good, haven't they? Once again, it's Munster who gets in there, and he's just going for the ball. He looked like he interfered a little bit, but they're both going for the ball. And if he hadn't have been there, he could have taken his time, Cobbo, and it would have been a try.
King Good one-on-one tackle there from Billy Walters. Tom Eisenhuth. Late offload. Beautiful offload to Harry Grant. Now he's scheming before Corey Jensen makes the tackle. Brandon Smith to dummy half. King inside Brisbane's 20. Couple of tackles left in the set here for Melbourne. Eisenhuth to Smith. Hughes. Kurt Capewell with a good tackle there on Jerome Hughes. Now it's the last. Harry Grant, Nelson Asofa Solomona, young Tonamapia, Xavier Coates. He'll run out of room. The Broncos defence didn't panic.
That was great defence by the Broncos. Harry Grant on the last. He gets into dummy half and he's seen an opportunity for Big Nelson close to the line. Big Nelson chose to tip on to his outside man, and well, they took care of Xavier Coates quite easily in the end.
Well, there's nowhere for him to go, was there, really? It's like yours. Do your best.
4 minutes left in an action-packed first half. Tony Staggs with a hit up. He did well actually in that hit up to get out of the way. Justin Olam, who was flying in. Payne Haas just swats away at Harry Grant. Billy Walters, Jordan Ricky. 9 short of halfway here, Brisbane. Corey Jensen. Tackle there by Eisenhuth, King and Grant. Last play here for the Broncos. Reynolds says, good luck, Cameron. It's a floater. He lets it bounce. This is standing goal area, will it? No, the bounced again on the belly of the ball and goes dead.
He got away with that one, Cameron Munster. One of the first rules for a fullback. Take the high ball, don't let it bounce. You just don't know where it's going to go. The Broncos, they just need to hold on here. They just need to hold on.
It's a set restart for the Melbourne Storm, or a 7 tackle set, I should say. Here's young Tonamapia. 10 into Brisbane territory. Tom Eisenhuth. Good charge from him, reaches Brisbane's 30. Still going forward. Stands and plays the ball. Jerome Hughes. Nick Meaney gets away from 1, 2. Still going Meaney. Gets away from 3, does he? No, Walters hung on, but he got the ball away to Harry Grant. Grant. He's wrapped up there by Reynolds. As Payne Haas coming to help him out at the end. King, short ball to Eisenhuth. Well read by Billy Walters defensively. Here's the last, Harry Grant. Little kick for Munster! Grant to Munster, the big guns combine, and Melbourne are in again.
Yeah, too good. Too good. Too much ball down in the Broncos' 20-metre zone, and they're carving now. Great run. It was a couple of unfashionable players that set this up. King and Eisenhuth. And then the Stars took over. Harry Grant onto Cameron Munster. Doesn't get much better.
That was a great little play by Harry Grant. He would have had a little call there from his number 6, Cam Munster. He spotted Tamare Martin. He was in around the mark area or on the opposite side of the play of the ball. There was no one at home for the Broncos. He's a happy man, Cam Munster. It was just sheer weight of possession, wasn't it? The Storm have enjoyed 60% of the ball in this first half. And I was just saying earlier in that set of 6, the Broncos, they would have been doing really well if they would have come away with only 18 scored against them in this half, but they just ran out of juice there. Nice little shot in the reverse camera.
The other guy who's been impressive tonight, Cameron, to me, is Nick Meaney. Well, he was playing on the wing for Canterbury for a while, and then he went down to Melbourne, and he's played a bit of fullback wing, and now he's filling in at 5'8", and he's doing sensationally well while the star goes back to fullback.
Yeah. And I think next week we might see Nick Meaney with a 6 on his back. And Munster 1.
And Meaney converts. So Melbourne out to an 18-point lead just on Nick Meaney as well. Just to shout out to Andrew Johns, who no doubt would love to be reminded that he was at the Knights as well too before he went to the Bulldogs. Josh King as well, a former Knight on display who's been strong off the bench.
100th game tonight, Josh King.
It is. And there he is with ball in hand, playing it back to Harry Grant. That might look a bit of a play on here. Oh, young Tonema Power is tackled in the last play of the half by Corey Oates. Half time here at Suncorp Stadium of 40 minutes that had plenty of action. It's the Melbourne Storm who lead at the break by the 3 converted try margin. Half time here at Suncorp Stadium. The Melbourne Storm 24 lead the Brisbane Broncos 6.
Trying to absorb a little bit more pressure from the Storm and go up the other end and try and find some points.
Well, I think they've got to win one of their last 3 tonight. It's not a foregone conclusion, but they'll struggle. They play Parramatta here next Thursday. That'll be a tough one, and they brush home with the Dragons down at Jubilee Oval. 3 tough games. If they don't win one of them, they might be in trouble.
Oh, well, Melbourne with first use of the football in the second half. Here's King. Just outside their own 30. Now they go beyond the 30 through Eisenhuth. Hasn't he been strong coming off the bench, Tom Eisenhuth? And a quick play the ball as well. Grant, Brandon Smith reaches the halfway line. Tackle there by Kurt Capewell. Some of the players drop off, but it was too late, so no one-on-one strip. Here goes Jerome Hughes. Nelson Asofa-Solomona looking to wind up. He's got the ball, it looks like a cricket ball in Nick Nelson's hand. Play on, says Smith. Harry Grant was looking for a set restart. It still is the last. Grubber kick, and that's a knock on. Melbourne will be able to pick it up, will they? It doesn't matter. They're going to get a scrum feed. They got a result. It's a tough one for Tamari Martin.
I don't know how Jerome Hughes got that ball through so many Broncos defenders' legs. Just slipped it through there. It was just it was an ordinary bounce for Tamari Martin. More opportunity for the Storm now.
Make sure you wait for the break call.
Certainly is. A scrum feed early in the second half. Big defensive set required from the Broncos here.
Gotta wait, not early. Heads down, ball.
10 away.
Wait.
Jerome Hughes goes to Nick Meaney. He's got Xavier Coates on his outside. He nearly roll over here. The customary set restart after being offside from the scrum. Xavier goes to Jerome Hughes, who gives it instantly to Nelson Asofa-Solomona. They do well wrapping the ball up there, Brisbane. You heard the call of held from Todd Smith. Grant, Hughes, Smith, Brandon Smith. Oh, there's a nasty collision there. Xavier Coates is okay. I thought it was a head clash. Now, Harry Grant. Harry Grant will score! Harry Grant. Try awarded. Melbourne score early in the second half.
Yeah, too good. Melbourne Storm do everything at pace. And one of the things they do at pace is they play the ball well, play the ball fast, up to their feet, play the ball, and that allows Harry Grant a mile of time to do whatever he likes in dummy half. And on this occasion, on the Harvey Norman replay, he just decides to run, dummy, and that's too easy.
Yeah, once again, Harry Grant going to work inside the Broncos' 10-metre line. And he's had 3 involvements tonight already. this time scoring one himself. He's set 2 up already early in the first half, and they're all in very similar situations. Fatty, as you mentioned, his teammates, they're fighting hard on the ground. They're playing the ball fast. And what he's doing is he's getting defenders going across to the other side of the play the ball, and he comes back from that same position where that runner just came from, catching defenders unawares as he comes back against the grain of play, and there's just spaces everywhere. He's got people and teammates punching into holes through defence. And that time there, he just said, well, I'll take one myself, boys.
Harry Grant. He didn't lose much when Cameron Smith retired the Melbourne Storm. He's going really well in that number 9 jersey. And here's Nick Meaney. Converts the try. Harry Grant with the try. And that's not the start of the second half that the Brisbane Broncos wanted, with the Storm number 9 scoring. What I should have said, Cameron, apologies, is that you taught him very well.
That's all right.
Kenny Bromwich playing it. Dolphins bound next year. Brandon Smith, Roosters bound next year. It's beyond the 30. Nelson, Solomona looking to wind up.
Have a look at him go, the big stepping, big fella. Oh, they're playing beautifully, this Storm. It seems they're just doing things at will now.
Last play for them. Hughes kicks for Xavier Coates. It's back to Hughes. Oh, that's a good pick up there from Kurt Capewell. He hung on to it. Had the juggle.
And now he's got a big limp happening as well, Kurt Capewell. He can hardly walk, let alone run.
Corey Oates playing it. We'll keep an eye on Kurt Capewell. Walters, Reynolds, Katoni Staggs. What can Katoni do? He'll be tackled by Justin Olam. Gets up, goes again. Playing it on the halfway line. There's Kurt Capewell. In the hands of the trainer, Matt Barradine. And he is limping noticeably. Now, Payne Haas. It's a pass away. Jordan Ricky. Wrapped up by Eisenhuth and Meaney. Last play here for Brisbane. Reynolds hoists it high. It's Coates v Oates again. That time, Xavier Coates is running out after it with a fair bit of urgency, suggesting he got a touch on it, and he did. That's the ruling, so it's a dropout here.
A good result for the Broncos. That was not a bad set. I think they need to learn from that set of 6 there, the Broncos. They need to start throwing the ball around a little bit. If they want to try and make any use of the football in their second half, they can't just go in one-out hit-ups. The Melbourne Storm, they'll eat that up all day, their defence. They need to move this football team around.
Munster goes short. It's a good one. Oh, Xavier Coates. And it's play on here for Xavier. Oh, he's been ironed out here by Corey Oates.
I think he's all right.
Collision, he'll be okay. It was just a tough contact. The 2 wingers.
I actually don't know whether he gets hit in the head. I thought it was in the chest area. There's not much in
Yeah,
there.
there's nothing in it. I mean, I know it's an accidental little hit, but
And to be honest, Corey Oates couldn't do anything there. Like, he was ankle tap from behind.
hopefully it's just play on. Looks like it will be from the ref. Todd?
Should be no dramas there for Corey Oates. And Xavier Coates is coming from the field, which should mean that Tyron Wishart comes on, and he has. And he's off for a head assessment, the former Bronco.
Well, the Broncos, they just need to defend this set, try and get some good field position, and you're looking for Corey Oates on the last play kick now, straight away with Tyron Wishart on this wing.
We've got defending to do now because Cameron Munster has found David Nofaluma. Can't get away from Katoni Staggs. Oh, no, the call of held came just before the offload. Jordan Ricky was in the tackle as well. Kenny Bromwich, good bit of footwork there as he reached the Broncos defenders. Eisenhuth, Hughes, Nelson Asafa Solomona, a nice offload there to Cameron Munster, but it's well read by Delwees Hoyter. Jerome Hughes puts up a kick. It's taken well there at the back by Tamari Martin. And he's taken inside the 10. Some of the Melbourne chasers, Todd Smith pointing out Tom Eisenhuth. So Melbourne leading by 4 converted tries. And there's the live ladder. You can see the Storm up to 3rd at the moment. Brisbane in 6th, but that could change between now and the end of the weekend. You can just see outside the top 8, the Raiders. Ricky's Raiders still well and truly alive. Brisbane is losing their way in this set. Ricky got on the loose ball. Now Cobbo. Selwyn, Cobbo! That's the way to get on the front foot. Here goes Selwyn, still going. That's a run and a half. Halfway through the set here for Brisbane. Tamari Martin loops a pass. Corey Oates.
Oh, Nelson.
Stop right there, son.
You're not going anywhere. Yeah, Corey Jensen, a set restart for Brisbane. Can they get one back here, the Broncos? Another set restart. They better not concede another one here, Melbourne. Oates, flick pass, Capewell, he couldn't walk a moment ago. Hetherington, Kobe Hetherington settles it down for Brisbane, 9 away from the line. Payne Haas looking to wind up. Eisenhuth in there. Harry Grant down low. Here goes Corey Jensen, he's lost it in the contact, and Melbourne survive. Cameron Munster bring the ball back in the field of play.
But what about the run by Cobbo? What a player he is, and he's going to be a star for a long time. Olam makes good ground.
And Cobbo ran straight through the middle of the Melbourne Storm defence. That's 3 clean line breaks through the middle of their defence tonight. I know they're currently at 30 points to 6 leading, but their coach, Craig Bellamy, he won't be pleased at all with those 3 line breaks by the Broncos.
Nick Meaney with a nice run into Brisbane territory. Harry Grant scheming again. Ricky wraps him up after he's slowed down by Billy Walters. Here's the last. Harry Grant. He opened up a little bit here around the nose. So it is the last tackle here for Melbourne.
The desperation by Billy Walters and just slapped him on the... looked like he even missed him, but must have got him somewhere. The ref's not falling for it.
Play on, here's the last. Munster puts it up High to Murray Martin underneath it, takes it well. And then he's taken by Chris Lewis. Former school teacher, Ezra Mann now. Here goes Brisbane through Corey Oates.
Chris Lewis specialised in history and English, actually. What a smart man.
Another one of the late bloomers too, Cam. Always good to see. I mean, we love seeing the young stars come through, but we also love seeing players that have had to bide their time. And there's Kurt Capel off the field now for Brisbane. Reynolds to Tamari Martin. Katoni Staggs. Yeah, it's play on. It was off his hip. So Todd Smith says play on as Jordan Ricky has it for Brisbane on the last. Tamari Martin puts up a kick. Munster takes it well. And then a tackle that had to be made down low by Deloise Hoyter. Good tackle there from Hoyter again, backing it up. Reece Kennedy there as well. Nelson Asafa Solomona. But down to you, Danica.
Yeah, Tyrone Wishart just came on the field to cover when Xavier Coates went off for that head injury assessment, but he didn't last long. He's just hobbled off the field. He could barely walk at all, so he was very quick to come off the field. We're going to have a little bit of a close look to see what he's done.
He looks like Tom Eisenhuth. He'll take his place in the right centre now, moving young Tonema Peer to the wing. We'll have to get Danica to keep an eye on that injury to Tyrone Wishart.
Here's Tom Eisenhuth. Harry Grant to Josh King. They've had great service off their bench tonight, Melbourne, through King and Eisenhuth. Now Kenny Bromwich to Cameron Munster. It was almost an intercept. Couldn't reel it in there, Selwyn Cobbo, and there is Tyrone Wishart limping around the Melbourne Storm bench.
I've got to say, the Melbourne Storm, the last, they lost 4 in a row. They won their last 3, and tonight they've been super impressive. They came back into what I would describe as semi-final premiership type winning rugby league. They're getting back to their best as they head to the big dances in September, Cam.
Yeah, well, they looked extremely good last week when they took on Penrith. Now, I know Penrith were undermanned, particularly with 2 of their organisers in Jerome Luai and Nathan Cleary, but it was their defence that was most impressive. 0 points against on the road against Penrith. That's a good night out.
Jesse Bromwich. They've only conceded 1 try tonight. It's a try they gifted to Brisbane in the first half. They're looking for more points of their own here. Jerome Hughes to Nick Meaney. Beautiful pass, Justin Olam. Trying to get on the outside. He does get on the outside of Katoni Staggs. How strong is he? This block of granite from PNG scores another try for the Storm.
Wow, he loves it. Look at him. Very popular amongst the playing group. Justin Olam, he's a gun. And on the Harvey Norman replay, I mean, to beat Katoni Staggs, who's a great defensive, bang, just pushed him off. Easy.
Well, it looked as though that the Broncos had Olam covered here, so he receives the pass behind him, one-hand pick-up, and they had a good look at him. They had a good shot at him to tackle Justin Olam, but they couldn't get it done between the 3 or 4 of them. As we see Big Nelson on the ground just checking on a left shoulder. He's in a little bit of pain here, the big man. As we see their metres gained, 134. He's leading the entire field tonight.
Down to you, JT.
Yeah, Nelson was laying down for quite a while, actually, so hopefully he's okay. But for the Broncos, that was their 46th missed tackle. I think they were nearly 30 up at half-time, so it hasn't been very great performance defensively for the Broncos.
And that's where a lot of their troubles have started. JT's right. There's been a lot of reaching and grabbing at Storm ball carriers tonight, particularly guys like Munster and Brandon Smith. Big Nelson, well, he's a hard man to bring down at any time, but they're just not taking their bodies to the tackle tonight, the Broncos.
And good evening to all those watching in Papua New Guinea tonight, seeing a national hero in Justin Olam light up Suncorp Stadium for the Melbourne Storm. Nick Meaney to keep his perfect record intact. It's there. Brisbane trying to regroup after another Melbourne Storm try, and they get play back underway. Danica, down to you with some breaking news.
Yes, it's a bit of mayhem for the Melbourne Storm at the moment. Xavier Coates, he will not be back tonight. He has failed his head injury assessment. Tyron Wishart is still on the bench after that leg injury is an ankle, and also Brandon Smith seems to have a calf complaint. He's stretching it out. And looking at Nelson Asofa Solomona, he seems to be in a fair bit of pain as well with that shoulder.
Oh, walking wounded there. The Melbourne Storm.
Head down, Cam, you might get a run.
Cap space.
Yeah, they couldn't afford another $2 million a year.
Almost as much as a footy show host.
X. Gone.
How long did that show run for, though?
A couple of years.
Here's a test for Tamari Martin. Jerome Hughes trying to put some pressure on him. This will end right in the breadbasket there of Jerome Hughes, but it'll be a turnover. Lasted long enough for you to win 11 Logies. Adam Reynolds to dummy half. And Brisbane, they won't, well, it's getting away from them now. They won't want it to really blow out. Billy Walters fighting in the tackle. Jensen to Martin. Flegler. Tom Flegler. Now, Reynolds. It's a kick downfield. It's taken by the Storm. David Nofaluma. And he's tackled there by Kobe Hetherington. Munster. Cameron Munster looking to burst through. Lost a boot in the process. Is there a moment of the game that Cameron Munster isn't competing at 1,000%? He just goes so hard every time.
He just wants to be a part of every play, every tackle. And get another set restart for the Storm.
That they do, and here goes Kenny Bromwich. Tackle there by Staggs and Ricky. Now Meaney, that's knocked down there by Adam Reynolds. And Melbourne will continue to stay on the front foot here.
Reece.
So this will be from an incident earlier on.
Yep. Okay, the previous set you've worked the arm into a dangerous position. It's on report. Okay, but we're having the play ball here for Melbourne. In the previous set, okay, it's on report.
So it's put on
You'll play
report.
the ball here for the knock-on. So play the ball because it went into touch. Play the ball, boys.
So it's a play the ball here for the Melbourne Storm.
Off you go.
Jesse Bromwich playing it. Chris Lewis.
Okay, Reece, move.
He's a versatile player too, Chris Lewis. Can fill in a number of positions. Jerome Hughes. Tackled 22 away. Centre of Suncorp Stadium. Harry Grant, what a night he's having. Now Lewis goes to Nelson Asafa-Solomona. Wrapped up by Flegler and Ezra Mann. One-handed pick up there from Harry Grant. Jerome Hughes, Cameron Munster, Kenny Bromwich, half an opening. Oh, he's in again! You can't keep him out of the game. Justin Nolan.
Yeah, but Kenny Bromwich, he's having a fantastic game tonight, as good as I've seen him all year. What is he, 32, 33? He and his brother Jesse heading to the Redcliffe, or to the Dolphins next year under coach Wayne Bennett, but it's a great run by him. Nice little in ball, and look at this freakish offload. Justin, too easy. Yes, give yourself a clap, champ.
Yeah, it was a nice set play by the Melbourne Storm. We just see a good wide pass to Jerome Hughes, Cam Munster. Well, he had formation on the outside, which attracted all the Broncos defenders. They were running sideways out towards that far touchline, which opened up space for a straight running Kenny Bromwich, and then he found his centre partner in Justin Olam. Lovely play. They got a great combination, those two.
Justin Olam. What a player. And what a pass he got. Down to you, JT.
Yeah, we spoke about Kenny Bromwich's run. It was so direct, and Reece Kennedy, the number 15 there, just doesn't have enough urgency to come across and chop him at the hips, and that would have cut him in half and wouldn't have got the offload off. So Reece Kennedy just needs to work a bit harder there from the middle.
Oh, you love seeing the enthusiasm that a player like Justin Olam plays with. Great ball there from Kenny Bromwich, and the proud Papua New Guinean from Kundiawa in Papua New Guinea with yet another NRL try. Now Nick Meaney looking to convert. Terrific goal-kicking touch, Nick Meaney. This for 7 out of 7, and he's got it. So 42 points to 6. Anyone that thought this was a one-horse race as far as the NRL Premiership is concerned, and another thing coming with Melbourne Storm just warming up at the right end of the year. So head to @NRL09 on Twitter. We've got a question there, a poll. Is Justin Olam the hardest hitter in the NRL? Both sides of the ball. You wouldn't want to tackle him, and you wouldn't want to be tackled by him. There he is on screen, Justin Olam. Might be getting the ball in just a moment. No, Nick Meaney might want that one back. Brisbane have got it now.
No, you don't see a lot of his teammates offering to hold the tackle pad when he's doing his tackle practice, Salty.
I was with a couple of the Storm squad members earlier today, and Jordan Grant and Jaden Nikarima, and Jaden said he worked out very quickly, become friendly with Justin Olam. So you don't have to be tackled too hard by him at training. Look at that.
There's the tackle breaks.
7 for him for the night. Now he's got to do some defending because Katoni Staggs is running at him. And there's a strong tackle from Justin Olam right on cue on Katoni Staggs. Corey Jensen now. 17 minutes remaining. Reynolds kicks here, and it's a beauty. Corey Oates got there.
He scored that.
Corey Oates with the try. And that is his 20th try of the season. So well done to Corey Oates. In for try number 20.
Well, it's his best year personally as far as tries scored are concerned. He's had an outstanding year as Corey Oates. Harvey Norman replay. Well, it's been their go-to play, hasn't it? That's where they've looked most likely is the kick. The early kick, there's space there on the outside of young Tonomapia, who's up on the end of the line. A combination I don't think we've seen together for the Melbourne Storm. Young Tonomapia and Tom Eisenhuth, but lovely kick by Adam Reynolds, and there's a great finish by Corey Oates.
Well picked by Adam Reynolds. He saw the defence coming up, saw plenty of space there. He's a fan favourite, Corey Oates.
There is Corey Oates. There's a list of the Brisbane try-scoring records for it in a season. Steve Renoff, Darren Smith up there, Lottie DeKiri. Boy, there's some names there, isn't there?
Some of the greats. And they're talking to Kevin Walters before the match. Asked him about Corey. He said, no, they're looking to sign him again for another couple of years. So good news for the Brisbane Broncos fans.
And he's rediscovered that love of the game this year, hasn't he, Paul? You're playing with such great enthusiasm, being the team well beaten tonight, but he'll enjoy that one.
Well, I think his body let him down for a season there, Salty, and he ended up playing a little bit of back row too, which I think he felt a little bit lost in on the field, but certainly career best form.
Adam Reynolds, and he's nailed it. So stick around after the footy. There's plenty more to come on Macca's Golden Point. We'll break down all the drama from tonight's match. We're heading into the winners' sheds with Cam Smith, and the panel will preview Saturday night footy. We've got the Roosters and the Tigers. We'll look at NRLW as well. It's all happening after the game. All part of Macca's Friday night footy. So Nelson Asafa-Solomona coming from the fields.
Am I really going in the sheds?
The look of delight on Cameron's face when he found that out just now, that he's heading into the sheds. Goal.
I didn't see that on my run sheet. No, I'm looking forward to it.
I'll be home and asleep for 2 hours by the time you get home.
I can't wait.
You're on after him, Paul.
I've got news for you.
Tom Fleckler. So much to look forward to post-game. Penalty Brisbane.
Well, Brisbane are going to get some good field position out of this. Their attack tonight has been, I don't know, clumsy. It's been ordinary. They've scored, what, 2 tries, one from a kick, one from a birthday present, a gift. So, I don't know, they just don't look like the Brisbane that we saw here, you know, 2 months ago.
Deloise Hoyter plays it. Ezra Mam to Billy Walters. Reece Kennedy. Tackle there by King. Tui Kamikamitha and Harry Grant there as well. Rory Jensen looking to wind up. Good tackle though, Tom Eisenhuth. 21 away here, Brisbane. Can they go back to back? Reynolds. He's tackled 15 away from the line. Billy Walters. Reece Kennedy, Ezra Mam. Now Deloise Hoyter. Dummy there to Corey Oates. He'll almost get there. He stays in the field of play. He's a metre short. Hoyter will play it. Corey Oates, Ezra Mam. Here's Billy Walters. Ends up going flat there in the end. Billy. Last play, Reynolds. Rubbers for the in-goal area. Cameron Munster has it covered. That's it dead. Brisbane get a repeat set.
A good result for the Broncos. Repeat set. Yeah, we just haven't seen enough from the Broncos tonight in attack. I think it comes down to Murray Martin, their fullback, and Adam Reynolds, their number 7 and skipper. They just need to have a bit more influence on their game plan and how that's executed. They're both very good players with a lot of experience.
They go short, the Storm, but Billy Walters has it covered and Jerome Hughes has him. Flegler to dummy half. Reece Kennedy. 19 away from the line, the Broncos. Adam Reynolds. Tamari Martin on the bounce. Katoni Staggs. Nowhere to go there for Katoni. Brisbane searching for a third try. Jordan Ricky, 3 away from the line. Hetherington, Jensen to Kennedy, and he's lost it. And he's lost it in the tackle there, Reece Kennedy. Melbourne Storm defending well in that set.
Yeah, they were, Salty. Reece Kennedy, he was trying to look for the miracle ball. Didn't quite have a grasp on the football as he went into contact. And it's another turnover, another cheap turnover to the Storm. Down to you, Danica.
Well, despite the scoreline, this crowd is still very vocal here tonight. It's a great atmosphere, and that's because there is over 42,000 fans here tonight. In fact, 42,612, and you can see there on your screen Brandon Smith. He's stalking the sideline. He's desperate to get back into the action. We might have to wait a couple of minutes for that.
Danica mentioning the crowd there. They'd want a fair few of them to turn up on Thursday night. What Paul is turning into a vital game against the Eels next week.
Well, I think it's going to be the most important game of their year. They win that, they'll probably slip into the top 8. They lose, and it all comes down to the last game against the Dragons. So they've got a big 6 days ahead of them.
Jerome Hughes. That ball, by the way, was touched, and so it's a fresh set of 6 here for the Melbourne Storm. Tui Kamikamica. Tackled head on by Flegler. Had a bit of help in the end from Hetherington and Walters. Now Melbourne.
Is it Josh King again?
It is King
He's
again.
been good tonight in his 100th game.
Harry Grant.
There's a high tackle.
Yeah, taken high there by Corey Jensen.
Now, Josh King's an example of, once again, of a player that Craig Bellamy gets hold of and turns into a really good player. Just got his attitude right. He's running hard. They're going to take the 2 here.
Just winding things down here. The Melbourne Storm chew up a couple of minutes by taking the 2. It's Craig Bellamy in the Storm coach's box.
There's the tackles tonight. Harry Grant leading the way for the Melbourne Storm. Only Storm member on the board there in the top 5. Jordan Ricky, of course, 33. Harry Grant, 32. He's had a huge game, 32 tackles. He scored a try, set 2 up.
So Nick Meaney got 7 from 7 tonight. This to make it 8 from 8. 20 out. Just off centre. There's a good shot of the task that awaits Nick Meaney. And he guides it through, so 2 more points for the Melbourne Storm. Now, don't miss a huge NRLW clash this coming Sunday night. Tamika Upton and Dally M medalist Millie Boyle lead the Knights against their old club, the Brisbane Broncos. Catch all the action live and free from 6 o'clock this Sunday on Gem and 9 Now. So we're looking forward to that. The return of NRLW this weekend, and that is a beauty that we got for you on Gem on Sunday night.
Pretty strong lineup, the Newcastle Knights, NRLW team.
There's some good youngsters to keep an eye on as well. Young Southwell is a player to watch throughout the tournament for Newcastle, and of course Millie Boyle. superstar forwards. Tamika Upton there as well. It'll be a good game on Sunday night. So Melbourne through Tui Kamikamitha, just outside his own 20, playing it. And here's Tom Eisenhuth. Now, is Melbourne coming out of their own end here, Cam? Did you ever look up in the coach's box and see any of the antics from that man on screen, Craig Bellamy, and if something went wrong on the field? I think I might get you to answer that in just a moment, because here goes Jerome Hughes getting a ball from Brandon Smith. Hughes still going. He'll go on his own here. Yes, he will. He's mesmerising the Broncos defence. Jerome Hughes winning the lead, one of the leading number 7s in the competition, scores another Melbourne Storm try.
Yeah, it's a carve up. It looks like they're going to hit 50. They've done this to Brisbane a few times over the last 5 or 6, 7 years. It's Champagne Rugby League by the Melbourne Storm. Beautiful stuff. It's good to watch. It's a Munster starts it all again. And then he's not going to score, is he? He's beat 8 of them. Awful, awful defence.
Yeah, it's fantastic work. Harvey Norman replay. Just when Munster received that ball from Harry Grant, he just darted off his left foot, which got him into space, and then he was able to find his number 7, Jerome Hughes. We all know how good he is in open space and how elusive he is, and he beat 3 defenders there before making it to the try line.
But I mean, did you see the defence, Cam? It's throwing arms out, arm grabbing.
Yeah.
No, there's no shoulders, there's no drive. It's awful.
No, it's been a trend for the Broncos all game. They've missed a plethora of tackles tonight. A plethora.
You know what it means?
A lot.
Heaps.
And you're right. It's just not taking bodies to the tackle. It's just throwing arms out and hoping for the best. And for the Broncos, they can't hang on to hope in these final couple of matches they got coming up.
Nick Meaney to make it 9 from 9, and he's nailed it. Now, Saturday footy is back live and free on Wide World of Sports. This weekend, it's the Roosters taking on the West Tigers at the SCG. All the action starts live on 9 from 7 o'clock. You won't want to miss it. Massive game for the Roosters tomorrow night. It's the Melbourne Storm bringing up 50 here tonight with 5.5 minutes remaining.
And you're asking earlier about Craig Bellamy, Soldy. I didn't have to look, mate. I knew what faces he was pulling up there. The only time I looked up was when we were playing on the Sunshine Coast in 2020, and I went past his record, yes. His try-scoring record.
He was quick to point out, though, that...
Well, yeah, he pointed out with the middle finger. He wasn't too happy.
No.
What's the most number of goals you kicked in a match? Can you remember? Was it more than 9?
I don't think so.
Right.
No.
That's a big night for Nick Meaney.
Huge.
He's hit them all beautifully.
Yeah. And off the top of my head, Fatty, I don't know. I think that may have equalled a Melbourne Storm goal kicker, 9 from 9.
Okay.
Possibly Matt Geyer or Matt Orford.
Here goes Brandon Smith. Straight through goes Brandon Smith. Still going, the block of cheese. He's still not held. Now Eisenhuth, Jerome Hughes, Chris Lewis, back to Nelson. Now, there we go. 9th try of the night for the Storm. Nelson, Asafa Solomona.
Oh, you're not going to stop him, are you? He's had a good game, actually, really good game. Kept himself heavily involved. Every time he's hit the line, he's been dangerous. 1 or 2 dusty passes, but all set up by this run from Brandon Smith. He's a magnificent player. The Roosters are getting a real gun next year. And then this is such a civil play, and there's Broncos there, but that's once again, and I can't blame them, it's ineffective defence late in the game.
Yeah, Jerome Hughes, he spotted that short side raid. He took some numbers down there. There was only 2 defenders for the Broncos. And Big Nelson, well, he was just toying with them in the end. But again, it all started with that Brandon Smith run way back on halfway. It was just soft defence by the Broncos. I think he ran between two defenders. I think it was Corey Jensen and Billy Walters. Again, just grabbing. Can't go grabbing at this level.
What a night Nelson Asofa-Solomona has had. Just saw his stats up there on the screen. We talk about his size, Cam, but he's got some motor on him. He's played most of the game tonight, has Nelson.
He's played some big minutes throughout his career, but I think this move where it's put him out on the edge of the field, it's kept him out a lot of the work in the middle, particularly in defence, where it's when you're playing in the middle, playing in the ruck positions, it's a constant up and back, plenty of tackles on the ground, off the ground. I think that just saves a little bit of petrol for Big Nelson out on the edge.
Nick Meaney looking to convert, and he's human. He misses that one. So 9 from 10 now for Nick Meaney. Now this Sunday we're heading to Newcastle as the Knights will host Ricky and these Raiders. A must-win clash for Canberra as they look to keep their finals hopes alive. Tune in from 3 o'clock on the only place you'll see it live and free on Nine's Wide World of Sports.
Big game for Ricky and the Raiders. If they win 3 out of 3, and it's possible, given the draw they've got, then they're a big chance to slip into that top 8.
Well, I think they can absolutely get there, Fatty. They start with Newcastle.
Draw.
Yeah, they start with Newcastle, of course, but then they got your boys, Manly.
Oh, well, they can't win. They can't. Well, they might beat them.
In Canberra. That's in Canberra.
Okay.
And they finish with West Tigers.
And just to answer your question, Cam, back in 2004, Matt Orford kicked 11 out of 12 for the Melbourne Storm.
There you go. Well, I knew it was one of the Matts, Matt Guy or Matt Orford. Little Loxy. He'll be watching tonight. How are you, little man?
And good luck too to the other Matt Guy, who's assistant coach of the Titans NRLW team, supporting Karen Murphy for this upcoming campaign in the NRLW. Now Jerome Hughes to Tom Eisenhuth. Jerome Hughes kicks for Munster. Was he taken out? He just exaggerated dive with a bit of contact there on Billy Walters and Brisbane clean up. 3 minutes remaining. Well, Brisbane, I know it'll be discussed in the post game, but they've got to regroup for that game against Parramatta at Suncorp Stadium on Thursday night.
Yeah, they do, Salty. It's a huge game, as we've mentioned a couple of times already, and they've got to fix their attack quickly, but their main focus this week coming out of this game has got to be their defence. Conceded 54 tonight.
Well, there's a concerned-looking coach's box we just saw. As Reynolds puts it high, Munster lets it bounce. And the Storm have got it. And look who's got it. It's David Nofaluma. Cobbo coming out after him. Nofaluma and Cobbo. David Nofaluma. He's in again. And the Storm look like they're about to reach 60.
And he loves it. He absolutely loves it. He's finally got a chance to win a premiership. And that was a great move he put on Cobbo. Cobbo had him for pace, but he just put a little move, just changed direction at the last second. Like it was a fluky bounce. But he got the ball landed in his arms, right? And then it's fresh air in front of him, but Cobbo's got him for pace, and he knows that. But right here, at some stage, he just puts that little move on. And Cobbo lost his bearings. David Nofaluma, well done, David.
Yeah, he sold him to the corner post, didn't he, on the Harvey Norman replay. David Nofaluma, he's made a living out of scoring plenty of tries. He just knew, I'll send this bloke to the corner post, and at the last minute, as he's just taking his feet off the ground to make the tackle. I'm going to change the direction on him. Well done. Been a great pickup for the Melbourne Storm, hasn't he?
Hasn't he? What?
Unbelievable.
Well, there's the last 7 tries. You can see Corey Oates, the lone Broncos one in there, but they've been sharing it around tonight. The Melbourne Storm. It's a good side, isn't it? David Nofaluma in full flight. Yeah, this will be the second time in Brisbane's history, should this kick go over by Nick Meaney, that they've conceded 60 in a game. Meaney, 9 from 10 for the night, just to make it 10 from 11 and bring up the big 6-0 for the Melbourne Storm. And he converts, it is 60. 60 points to 12. Now real strength, real skills and real stakes return in round 3 when the NRLW heads to Redcliffe. The Broncos take on the Titans. You will not want to miss it. Secure your seats today at nrl.com/tickets. So that's coming up in a couple of weeks' time in the NRLW.
What's your early tip, Salty? Who's going to take out the NRLW Premiership this year?
Tell you what, who knows, Cam? I mean, Newcastle are a team that I think is going to be very hard to beat, but I think the smoky could be the Gold Coast Titans.
Really?
Under Karen Murphy, and they've got Lauren Brown from the Brisbane Broncos, a great pickup.
Yeah, some good signings.
Well, it's 60 points to 12, the Melbourne Storm. And this will be a tough one for the Broncos to bounce back from. As we're about to enter the last minute of this game. Melbourne, the juggernaut, is back. Hit top gear last week with a tough win over Penrith. And tonight, they have been relentless against the Brisbane Broncos.
Well, this has got to be up there with one of Brisbane's worst ever defeats, hasn't it, Salt?
Well, it will be. I mean, second time that they've conceded 60 in a game in their history. Last play, Brandon Smith kicks too deep. Yep, just kept rolling that one. He's been terrific again tonight. That man we just saw on screen, Brandon Smith. Now the highest margin they've been beaten by is 59 points. And the highest they've conceded was Parramatta in 2007 when the Eels won 68-22. And don't forget it was in 2020 when they got beaten 59-0 by the Roosters. And here goes Billy Walters right on full time, putting a kick through that's going to be cleaned up here by David Nofaluma. He'll run it dead. And the Melbourne Storm flexing their muscles tonight against the Brisbane Broncos. Too strong. They have run rampant against the home side. Full time here at Suncorp Stadium. And the Melbourne Storm have defeated the Brisbane Broncos by 60 points to 12.